What's up, player? We back. This is just me, continuing the series about my musical journey. We on the laptop now. It's not the same as a 4K 60 from my phone, but the audio will be better. I hope. I'm gonna get a 4K 60 webcam soon. 1080p 30 right now. I feel like it's not that bad. It's kind of it suffices for now. It's not like this needs to be professional right now. But anyways, what have I been doing musically? Check out the shit that I got at the bar the other day. Probably gonna give it to my cousin or something. Um, Nothing much. I put out I think two songs since the last time I made a video like this, or since the last time I updated the series or whatever. One of them was like kind of rap, kind of. I don't know. It was just me bitching about my family, and not necessarily my whole family, just kind of like issues and stuff. Um, yeah, and I put out a video like because I try to do the promoting stuff. I know I'm supposed to. It's like it's the new age stuff, whatever. But I didn't like just record the DAW or BandLab or whatever. I'm trying. That's a whole other thing. I'm trying to learn fucking Ableton. Hopefully next semester I can start that thing. I don't even know if I recorded the video since I started school, but I have started school. But I'm not like doing anything like songwriting or producing, nothing like that yet. I'm just doing like kind of not whatever classes, but like more technical, like not technical. I don't know, like book classes. I'm doing book classes right now. But anyways, I'm kind of going all over the place. Yeah. Well, yeah, that song is kind of rap. I just be looking up beats and just whatever I like, I write to it. And that was kind of a freestyle song too. I it was more so like some therapy type shit to be real, because I was really upset and kind of sad. But the other song I made, another alternative rock song. Yeah, I always allow myself little hiccups, and I feel like it really makes my shit sound amateurish. Like I should really up my standards when it comes to my recording. Like it's just the smallest thing. Like one of the lyrics in there, one of the lines is off by like a beat or maybe like a beat and a half, if that. Um, and I mean the rest of the song I think is fine. It's just when I sorry I'm like scratching this laptop. That's why it's shaking. But when I allow myself to like get away or like be okay with having little mistakes in my songs, I feel like it kind of like brings down what I like how I want myself to be viewed, but also I'm still learning, so I kind of battle with that a lot. Not battle. It's kind of that's kind of serious, but I do it does stay on the mind. Like maybe I should actually like act like, oh, this song's gonna do a million plays or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, obviously it's not, but um, yeah. Other than that, I think that's all I've done. Let me double check. I'm gonna continue talking because I don't want to just sit in silence and look at my phone for like a minute. But um, yeah, school's been going pretty good. I'm doing surprisingly well in my classes. They're not like necessarily hard classes, but still like to do good in school is nice. It's kind of a good little bonus. Yeah, I've only done that my mistake and the rap song that is called Chirp. And I called it Chirp because it's like in relation to my first song, The Birds. And The Birds, I feel like maybe I should explain my music a little bit more. And The Birds was about, well, it's about when I had my first episode because I'm bipolar. Um, I was like, and if I cry, I'm gonna leave it in. I'm gonna leave it in because it was a pretty hard time. Um, but I got so terrified of so many things my first time because I couldn't comprehend what was going on in my mind. Like, and to me, everything that I thought was real, but it wasn't. Like that's just how bipolar is for me when I have those episodes. So long story short, I went to this dinner or like this lunch thing with my dad because I was gonna go to school with the full ride, and that all fell apart because of my episode. So life sucked a lot, but I'm coming out of the restaurant and I see these birds, like a bunch of black birds. I don't know if they were like crows or whatever, but in my head at that moment, I literally thought like, oh my god, this is a sign from the devil or from God or from whatever the fuck was in my mind. This is a sign that today I'm going to die. Um, and that's why I picked that picture of like birds. Also because of the movie The Birds. I think that's what it's called, where it's like the birds are all evil and they're like attacking people in the city. That too is like kind of like I wasn't thinking about this as I was making the song. It's just what came to be. And that's the only song I produced so far. And honestly, I'm really happy that I did make that song because I mean, I have like no drive to want to produce again on Bad Lab. Sorry that it keeps on shaking. That's just my laptop. I have no drive to produce on MATLAB again. I'll try, but it's just it's not hard really. It's just it takes. I have to like think of shit differently, and I wish I could just like go on Ableton or go on FL Studio and just click, drag, do this, and turn that down, and blah blah blah, whatever. But MATLAB is like really meticulous. But anyways, yeah, that song is about that. So like the birds are metaphorically like the signs of death, and also like I was telling my cousin, because I showed my cousin my music a while back. And now it's just like story time, but it's in whatever series. It's just me talking about music and stuff. So I feel like it's not really that off topic. I mean, it is my music, right? So and my series. Anyways, and then the topic that I'm talking about in that song is I'm saying the birds it chirps or it hurts when they chirp, and that's the whole background vocals. It's kind of like part of the beat too. Um, the chirping is like violence and drugs and like just things that you don't want in your life when you're growing up. I didn't grow up like horribly, but I did not grow up very good. My dad did his best, but lo and behold, it was my mom's side of the family that was like absolutely horrible, and they still are to this day. And I really don't like them at all. Like I really don't. Not everybody, but the ones that I know, yeah. Um, so yeah, I grew up like really, really hard from that side of the family, like seeing horrible shit and like a lot of abuse and all that kind of stuff. Not to me, but like to other people. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll like talk more about it. But anyways, so that's what I'm referring to when I'm talking about the birds. You know, it hurts when they chirp. I asked them, "Can you leave me? Like, can you stop?" I guess it's like I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't thinking about it when I was writing it. I was just like kind of freestyling it and just putting together what I thought would make sense on paper, not really thinking about the message. But yeah, so that song is all about that the time I saw those fucking birds and thought I was gonna die. Like and that might sound dramatic, but I promise you, bro. Like if you had experienced what I'm talking about, you would understand. I'm not saying like, oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm talking about like, holy fuck, I gotta call my dad. Well, I was with my dad, but like I gotta let people know, like, hey, when I'm gone, you can have this, you can have that. Like I was literally thinking I was about to die. Like God, I hate when I have to go through that shit. And I haven't had to. It hasn't happened in a couple years, but it's gonna happen. And that's kind of the reason why I picked music. Like as far as a career, finally, I've always wanted to do music, but that's kind of why I picked it because it's like if I go and become like some, and I've told this to other people, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right or whatever. If I go on and I get this fucking degree in computer science or in finance or whatever, that's all good and jolly, or a master's degree, whatever. It doesn't matter what the fuck I have. Eventually, I'm gonna have an episode. The period. For the rest of my life. At some point, some different points in my life, I'm gonna have an episode. I've just accepted that. I do not want to go through this whole process of well, I have the Americans with Disabilities Act, and you can't fire me because of, and I have to go with a lawyer. I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to do that. I'd much rather go after something that I want to do because I want to do it, not because it pays good, not because it's gonna do this for me or give me the benefits or I don't give a fuck about that anymore. I used to really care about that when I was younger, like 20, 21. I really cared about that. But and I'll make another video going further into that at some point, just to like kind of document it for myself and like just remember, like keep it in mind. Like I don't want to go back to just fucking paper chasing. Like yeah, I want to make money one day and with what I do, but excuse me. I wasn't blessed with a regular mind that can handle, you know, whatever the fuck causes my episodes. Sometimes I'm having like extremely fucking crazy things happening to me, and that's a whole other thing. Like, and I don't know to this day if it's like the episode causing it, or it happens and that causes the episode, or if it's both. Like because bro, like, and then the first time I had the episode with the time that I saw the birds and everything, that was like I literally went through that for like 6 fucking months because no fucking psychiatrist could figure out or ask me the right goddamn questions to figure out that I'm bipolar. And that shit pissed me off too. Like I really do stand for there needs to be reform and these fucking psychiatrists, these lazy bitches. Not all of them or whatever. But like the ones that finally figured it out, you know what he did? He asked me questions. And he really asked them and kept going further. And instead of sitting there like, do you want to harm yourself? Okay. Do you want to harm anybody else? Okay. Basic ass shit. That's those are the actual questions that I got the first time I went to a mental hospital. Like, oh, do you want to kill yourself? Okay. Oh, you do. Oh, do you have a plan? Okay. Like, bro, like I'm not saying those questions don't matter, but I'm saying like it's not depression and anxiety for every motherfucker that comes to the fucking facility, bro. Like, it really isn't. And sorry, I'm going on a whole other tirade. This is supposed to be about music, but it is about myself too. Like, this whole thing is to kind of like get to know, like, kind of document myself first of all. But like, at some point, I want to be able to like have an audience, even if it's like 10 people. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and maybe I put a song out and they're like, hey, what's this about? Hey, why didn't you try this, or why did you do that, or what? I don't give a fuck. Like, I do give a fuck, but I'm saying, like, I don't care what it is. I just want to have a connection to y'all, and I want to be able to look at videos for myself, even if it takes fucking 20 years for me to have any type of audience. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it anyways, cause like I said, I ain't all good up here. Like I'm good now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it gets real for me. It gets fucking real. But anyways, the music, the song. Yeah, that song is about the family and stuff. And I think in the next couple of videos, I'll cover a song here, a song there. Um, I don't even know if I will keep up those songs forever. You know what I mean? Because they're not even really my songs. Besides the first one, the first one is mine. I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, fuck, I would hope it is because I produced it and everything. But all the other songs are downloaded beats, and I haven't reached out to any of the producers. And I do have money like to try and buy some of the beats, but some of them have either already been bought or they're asking for, like, for example, $500 for like a full license or whatever, which isn't really bad. But I'm poor. Like, I can't just, oh, $500, oh, another $500, oh, another 500, or even if it's 250 or whatever. Like, that's a good chunk of change to me. But anyways, yeah, that's why I'm trying to learn. But I couldn't get that classes this semester to learn producing and all that stuff. But hopefully next semester. But yeah, I'm doing good in school. Came out with those two songs. Yeah, and I guess I'll cover what the other song's about. It's called Drown. To be honest, a lot of my music is just about my breakup with my ex. Not necessarily directly. Like, sometimes it's just generally like breakups, general stuff. But um, I mean, maybe it's more of that too. Like, I'll leave that in, like, cause I don't want to redo this shit because this has already been going long enough. Yeah, sometimes it's directly about that. Sometimes it's just the general idea of breakups and, like, I don't know. I guess pain and suffering or whatever the fuck. It's, or like being depressed. You know, like, I a lot of my music is sad, and or like about being sad, because that's what I know best. And not so emo or whatever, but like, yeah, I don't know. I've always been like that. I've literally always been like that. Like, when I was younger, I tried to be this joyous person, like a little kid. I was like this joyous person or whatever, but I was going through some shit like every fucking day, like for years and years and years and years. So, like, it's very easy for me to connect to being sad or being like depressed or alone. So that's what most of my music is about, including the first song. Um, but anyways, yeah, I'm doing good in school. Um, I've been reaching out to I reached out to the director of my program, and I showed her my music, and I mean, she approved. But then again, like, what is she gonna be like? Be like, oh, this is trash. Like, nah, she's not gonna do that. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think she's being genuine. Like, hey, this is pretty good. Like, for some, especially for me that just started, like, not even a year ago now, almost a year. It'll be in June. It'll be 1 year that I started making music. Um, but anyways, yeah. So hopefully, I don't know. I was kind of all over the place in this video. I'll do more videos. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to throw everything at the wall, too early. But I do want to, like, explain myself as a person more and more in the future. But of course, if I am successful, I'll be able to do that in interviews. But I mean, either way, because for me to go off and be like, oh yeah, fuck these psychiatrists and all this kind of shit, like, it's kind of crazy without context. But well, I did give you a good amount of context for that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, bipolar. I don't know if I already said that before, but yeah, I'm bipolar, and I hope to be like an influence for people with mental stuff. Like, hey, you can do whatever you want, bro. I mean, I didn't feel like, and I don't feel like I can do whatever I want in a regular career, like even as a lawyer or whatever the fuck. But anything, like, or even just being a dishwasher, bro. Like, um, and I'll go into it more in the next video. But yeah, like, I kind of talked about it a little bit last video. I think it's hard for me to hold a job now, and it's fucking embarrassing. Um, but I know I shouldn't be embarrassed because it's just out of my control. Like, the only thing I can do is, like, just get a job and force myself to, like, really fucking hate it. And that sounds like, oh yeah, it's everyone, bro. But like, no, like, imagine, like, you're thinking that that your coworkers are probably gonna kill you and shit. Like, imagine how much you would hate your job and how much you would not want to go into work. Like, that's the type of shit that I'd be thinking about a lot, like a lot at work now, plotting to kill me or all against me, and like, but it's not really happening. I know that, but it's like I've thought of that before, like when I thought it was real. but now I can't let go of that. And it's like, and I'll get more into it because it's not exactly what it is, but it's like life fucking sucks sometimes. That's the antithesis of this all. I think I use that word right. I don't know. Yeah, kind of a long ass video, or maybe not. I don't know. I can't see how long I've been recording because I'm on my laptop. But um, yeah, I know no one's really watching these yet, but I'll keep putting them up. I'll go more into myself, more into my music. I don't want to explain every single song. I feel like I should like save that for when people ask, you know. And plus, like, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep those up. Like, I don't want to explain all of my songs and then except the first one, all of them except the first one is deleted when I start to like produce my own music or something. Because then I have like limited space on SoundCloud, which I think is bullshit. I like, or maybe even raise it a little or something because like I haven't really gotten close to the limit. But like, damn, bro, you gotta pay subscription just to upload music like as much as you want. That's kind of crazy. But anyways, yeah, I think this video was successful. Oh, and then let me talk about life. Sorry, the laptop's gonna keep shaking. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have anything to weigh down. Um, yeah, my friend came to town. That was pretty cool. I don't want to end up on a negative note. So let's end off on a positive one. My friend came to town. Been hanging out with him and his friends for a couple days. Not like back to back, but like here, there, or one day, 2 days were back to back. But yeah, and I've been kind of like thinking like, you know what, maybe I'm not so fucked up in the head that I can't have a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously I have one friend plus his friends. I mean, I wouldn't say that we're all like fucking best friends, but like, yeah, you know, we're acquaintances, we're friends, some whatever they think, I think is what I'm saying. I just don't want to be the guy to be like, yeah, they're all my friends now. um but yeah, and that's pretty cool to like, because I've been cutting off, or I had cut off a lot of my friends, like to the point where I literally had one. Besides like my cousin and like her family, because but I wouldn't call them friends. Like I would genuinely see them as family, and you know I'm not gonna double up on family and friends. You know, same people. It's kind of like cheating. But yeah, I only had one friend for a while, and it just sucks. But I'm starting to realize that, you know what, as it's sometimes I am the problem, yes, but maybe maybe I was right to cut off those people, not necessarily because they deserved it, but because we weren't like aligned to like where I need to be and where they need to be. And then I fucked up here, I fucked up there, you know. And one day I will tell the story, but it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, it kind of is, but it's also like very fixable. Whereas like my friends were ignoring me all the time, getting like super fucking political. Like every single conversation. Imagine every single conversation you have with your friend got intense. Not like y'all arguing, just intense of like talking about geopolitics and shit like that. And it's like, goddamn, bro, like we can't just goof around and play Fortnite. Like that shit got so annoying, man. It got so annoying. And but that was not. That's not the reason I cut all of them off. But I'm not gonna be friends with someone that I only know because of my other friend. But I cut off that friend, and now it's like, hey, I'm friends with you, but I'm not friends with him. But we used to all be friends. But like, it's just that's weird. I don't want to be that guy. So I just cut them all off, just to whatever sever that. Anyways, it's kind of a negative thing to end off on, but I don't know. That's life. Thanks for watching. More music coming soon. I also want to learn to scream, like fry vocals or dirty vocals, or you know what are the terms you want to use. Um, yeah, I'm trying to add that. I gotta watch some videos and practice. Um, there's one song I'm cooking up, and I'll talk about it if I release it by the time I make the next video, which is pretty likely. Um, where I want to start screaming, not all the time, but like to have that in my bag, you know. Um, yeah. So thanks for watching. Um, Shout out to whoever watched because this is early on, man. Still early on. Still no real movement. I got like 2 followers on SoundCloud, and one of them is one of my teachers, which is really cool actually. But it would be nice to get some more viewers and stuff. But you know what? Ain't no rush. We got 10 years. We got 20, 30, 40, 50. Bro, I'll be 50. I'll be 45 years old making these goddamn videos still. And I'll be outside barbecuing, talking about it. Talking about with a little mic. We'll probably have like advancements by then. But having some sort of microphone, and I'm just cooking. And I'm like, yep, this is what I'm doing. And I made this and I made that. And then I'm going to go on tour. And I see it. I see it in my future. So If you're watching now, or even if you're watching in the future, and you went all the way back to this part of the series where I was just yapping to nobody, shout out to you then. Shout out to you now. Um, fuck yeah, I love you.